In July 2011, an oil tanker drifts through one of the most dangerous stretches of sea on Earth. Men board her in the dark. A fire breaks out. It looks, at first, like a pirate attack, the kind insurers quietly pay out on every year. But one man looks closer, and what he finds gets him killed. Dead in the Water, by Matthew Campbell and Kit Chellel, two reporters who spent years untangling this. The subtitle marks the territory: murder and fraud in the world's most secretive industry. That industry is global shipping, and the marine insurance that quietly underwrites it, a world most of us never think about, that moves almost everything we own. The ship was the Brillante Virtuoso. The man who looked closer was David Mockett, a respected marine surveyor working for the Lloyd's of London market. He inspected the burned-out tanker, and the damage didn't match the story. Weeks later, a car bomb killed him. The book is the search for who and why. What lifts this above true crime is the world it opens up. Shipping runs on flags of convenience, shell companies, and centuries-old insurance customs built on a handshake and a presumption of good faith. It's vast, essential, and almost deliberately opaque, and the authors show how that opacity isn't an accident but a feature, one that can hide an enormous fraud in plain sight. At its center is Mockett, not a detective, just a meticulous professional who couldn't bring himself to sign off on a lie. He's the moral heart of the book, and his murder is its engine, the rare case where the cover-up is so brazen it leaves a body. The authors give him the dignity of a real, careful man, which makes the loss land hard. The trade-relevant lesson sits quietly underneath. Every system that handles money runs on trust, and trust can be engineered to look like proof. A flag, a certificate, a chain of respectable-sounding firms. Each borrows credibility, and stacked together, they can wave through something that should never have passed. The more reputable the wrapping, the less anyone looks inside. And here's the part that lingers. When a crime spans a dozen jurisdictions, a ship registered in one country, owned through another, insured in a third, justice has almost nowhere to stand. The authors follow the investigation for years, and what they find is less a clean verdict than a hard truth. In a borderless industry, accountability is the thing that drifts away. It reads like a thriller, a burning tanker, a car bomb, ex-detectives turned investigators. But it's carefully reported and it respects the facts. The trade-off is scope. Ships, owners, insurers, and agencies pile up, and the middle asks you to hold a tangle of names. And if you want a neat ending, the real world doesn't always supply one. But that messiness is honest, and the story never loses its grip. 3 to keep. When a system is hard to see into, ask who that protects. Opacity is rarely accidental. Reputable wrapping is not proof. A chain of trusted names can still carry a lie. And some frauds are built to outrun justice. Spread across enough borders, no one has to answer. Dead in the Water is a murder mystery that doubles as a tour of the hidden plumbing of global money. Gripping, sobering, and quietly enraging. The best kind of true story. That's me. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.